Welcome back to the Rocket $1 Million System. This is Buster, and it feels good to be back. So, my goal during this year is to get you at your absolute best as a trader and to be making millions again when the next bull run happens. Because the winners are not made during peak euphoria prices, obviously. The winners are made right now, right here and now, during the boring and slow times in the markets where pretty much the mainstream has just given up and forgotten about this space. But if you're watching this video right now, you're already on the right path. You're already ahead of everyone else. And your future self is seriously going to thank you. I was able to help make millions for other people, and I'm here because I want to do it all over again and have you guys even make more this time around. This period that we're currently in is all about capital preservation. So please don't go wasting all your money onto some risky 100K market cap coin where there's a third world developer and he's most likely going to rug you because he hasn't seen a meal in a few days. Let's be honest, he's going to rug you. So, are we in a full-blown bull run right now? I don't think so. But we are in some sort of mini alt season that we can benefit and make those profits so we can have more to invest in later. Absolutely. But be careful. Take your profits off the table when you can. Personally, what I do is when I day trade either, crypto or forex or other markets, I do that so that I can have profits to cover all of my monthly expenses and then some. But when I swing trade, I'm doing that to build some serious real wealth. And I want you guys in a position to where you can not only preserve your money right now, but build up your capital so that you can have a lot more to invest in with when the time is right and these alts are really, really cheap. And by the way, I'll have a list of all the best alts to get into in a different video that I'll put out soon. But in this video, what we're going to go over is the best way to trade, okay, the Bitcoin chart, and a little bit of Forex, because why, just pigeonhole yourself to one market, right? If the opportunity presents itself, you might as well take it. So I'll go over the list of alts that will pull off things like 50 to 100x plus coins in a future video coming soon. I can't wait to share with you guys. That one you will really benefit from. But pay attention to this video too, because in this, you're going to stand to really benefit a lot here as well. So if you're new to the Rocket $1 Million System, this is a system where it's only comprised of 5 rules. And if you can follow these rules, you're going to make the money relatively easy. And it's going to be consistent. This is a way where you're going to be strategic with your trades. You're going to be disciplined. And we're going to have you stop trading like everyone else that's just constantly giving back their profits back to the markets. And if you've ever wondered stuff like, am I going to make it as a trader? Can I really hit my 6-figure, my 7-figure goals? Then I'm here to put those fears to rest. Everyone's using stuff like the RSI, Fibonacci levels, moving averages, Bollinger Bands, and they're using garbage indicators, okay? I've tried thousands of them, thousands. That stuff doesn't work, but I'll show you what does. All right, let's get into the charts now. Okay, so let's quickly go over Bitcoin. While a lot of people were screaming that we would see 10K that suddenly, I wasn't really much of a buyer in believing that we'd see 10K that quickly, right? Without even seeing a rally first. So I was telling people, hey, I think we're going to pump soon. And I didn't enter that long until the system told me to long. So I entered my first long right here, okay? And just to refresh you guys, what are the rules to this Rocket $1 Million System long? Okay, the rules are displayed right there on the screen. Okay, I'm going to add them in after editing it. But I have them in my brain, so we'll go over them real quickly. And guys, this is going to be second nature to you. This is something that's super simple, super easy to comprehend, okay? Once you start doing this a few times, you're going to get the hang of it, and it's just going to be very, easy to remember, all right? So these are the rules for when you would go into a long play, all right? So when the stochastic background is green, that's when you'd want to look for longs. Now, keep in mind what I said. I said look for longs. I didn't say enter a long. There's 4 other rules that need to be present before you enter a long, and they're all super simple. Okay, the first rule states we need a green rocket stochastic background. Boom, we have that. Cool. The second rule states we need a green line above the red line. All right, cool. 2 rules already in the books. Let's go to the third one. Third one says the green line and the red line need to both be below the 50%. So right here is below. Where's the 50%, by the way? The 50% is this line right here that's smack dab in the middle. Okay, boom. See, this is super visual. Okay, next, the fourth rule states we need 3 green bars on the rocket trend meter. And do we have that? Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3. Boom. The next and final rule, okay, and we're almost there, we're just about there, is the rocket volume needs to confirm, okay? And what I mean by confirm is it needs to be above that threshold. And is it? Yes, it's popping above that threshold, okay? That is your all systems go to take that long. And let's just mark this out so this can be more visually understanding for you. So you would have entered in right about here, okay? And look at that, right? This would have continued on and on. And guess what? If you would have missed that play, no problem. There would have been another one right here. Okay, you see that? There would have been another one right here, guys. Look at this. Okay, all the systems repeat themselves. Okay, these rules just constantly repeat themselves over and over again, just giving you multiple entries. Now, would you have entered here? No. Why? Because this was above the 50% threshold line. So you would have not entered here. But you would have entered right here. Let's mark that out as well. You would have entered in right about here. Okay, next one, you would have entered in right above here. This one's just on the line, right? It's just slightly underneath it, so you would have entered in right here as well. Let's see, what else? You would have not entered here, you would have not entered here, and this is basically the price action currently, so it's basically saying don't enter anything at this moment. So at this moment in time, I'm currently flat. I'm out of my altcoins that I've made, really good profits on, okay? I'm not going to be too greedy. I took profits. At this moment in time, I'm flat. I don't know if we're going to see 25K first or if we're going to come down and see a correction first. But that's the thing. We don't have crystal balls here. We have $1 million discipline system that's going to get you the wins relatively easy. It's not about can you see into the future. It's can you execute on these 5 simple rules time and time again. This is what's going to give you the confidence in your trades. Right? If you constantly find yourself entering and exiting, being too scared to ride the trend, being too impatient, right? This thing gives you multiple entries to constantly ride this wave up, right? Gives you multiple points to say, hey, oh, another one right here. I completely missed this one as well. Look at that. Okay, you would have gotten in right here as well. This is just above the threshold line. 3 green bars, green background, green line over the red line, just below the 50%. Guys, so there's multiple entry points you could have gotten in, okay? And this is why it's so simple and why it's loved by so many traders, that when they start trading with this, they really seriously thank me and say, hey, Buster, we really love what you have here. And it's been able to completely transform us as a trader and the trajectory of their lives, because now they have something that can, pay their bills, something that can actually, they can have capital to invest into the next bull run. Because the whole point of this bear market, guys, is this is where the life-changing gains are going to be made. It's just so gracious and so forgiving to where you can just have, get into multiple different entries. You missed this one, no problem. Here's this one. If you miss these 2, no problem. Here's this 3rd entry. If you miss those 3, hey, no problem. Here's this 4th one you can enter in on. And it keeps on going. Right now it's not saying anything in terms of getting into longs. For example, like let's look right here. All the rules seem to be present, but guess what? There's no volume. And on top of that, there's no volume. It's red volume, okay? It's selling volume. So this is not something you should enter. And if one rule isn't present, you do not enter at all, okay? We are snipers in this game. We're not spraying prayers. We're not running drive-bys here, guys. We are calculated and we're cool and we're collected, okay? That's how you look at it in this trading game. You don't want to just, get in because you're impulsive or because you're impatient or because you want to make $10,000 today. That's not how this game works, okay? It's just you follow these set of rules, and if you can follow them, you're going to be a winner in this game, point blank, period. Okay, because all rules need to be present. So it would have saved you from going into longs. Many people were trying to long this, got wrecked. They tried longing this here, they got wrecked. So shorts and longs are both getting wrecked at the moment, and this system is not giving you a long signal, and it's not giving you a short signal. Okay, that's why we are currently waiting. I'm flat. I'm at all my positions. I sold my altcoins for a good change, and I'm waiting for the next move to be signaled, and I will take either my short or I will take my long. It's just all dependent on what the system is telling us. So, guys, this thing is extremely accurate. You can see the results for yourself, right? You can see this clearly. This is working. And this doesn't repaint either, by the way. This is not one of those things where it repaints and it changes down. No, it's extremely accurate, just as you see on the screen. And I will say this too, guys. Make sure you grab the system for yourself. And by the way, this is a 30-day happiness guarantee that you're going to love this. This isn't something where, a lot of crypto people love, putting no guarantees behind their thing. I have extreme confidence that you're going to love this just the way I do, just the way so many other traders love using this thing day in and day out. All right. So go ahead, go in the description and click to grab this system today, and you will gain access within 24 hours. And this will be in your account waiting to use, waiting for you to make all the profits that you need to make. Okay, so this was a play I got into just earlier. This is Australian Swiss franc, this Forex pair. Okay, I want to show you exactly why I got in and how I got out. All right, so let's go over this real quick. Now, here is where I took my short position. If you might be asking why here, well, let's go over the rules really quickly. Just pay attention. Okay, so we have a red rocket stochastic. That's a rule 1, already in the books. Boom. Rule 2, when the red line is above the green line, okay, rule 2 is out of the way. Just 3 more things left. When the red line is above the green line, above the 50%. And what's the 50%? It's this median line right here in the middle. Boom, this was above the 50%. Now, the next rule states we need 3 red bars. And do we have that? Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3. Boom. See how simple and visual this is? All right, let's do the next one. Now we need the rocket $1 million volume to confirm this move. Is it confirming? Yes, it's blasting into the stratosphere with this thing, right? Whatever you want to call this white space. It's blasting through it. Okay, now that is your all systems go to go ahead and take that short position. Now let's measure this thing out. Okay, would have gotten in right here. Okay, now what do we do with stop losses? We just go 7 candles back the highest point. Okay, so let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the highest point in those 7 candles? Right there, but I like to go a little bit over in case it likes to stop hunt. Cool. Now, okay, let's go over this trade, how this would have gone. This would have came up a little bit into the stop loss, right? The stop loss is here, but it would have came up into the red a little bit, okay? And then this came back down. And what I like to do, by the way, I forgot to even do this. And what I like to do, by the way, is I like to have a 1-to-2 ratio. Sometimes 1 to 1.5, but I like to do 1 to 2 usually. So this is a 1-to-2 ratio. What does that mean? I'm risking $1 to make $2. That's just the basic gist of it, in case you guys are not aware of risk to reward. That's all it is. So if you're risking $100, you're trying to make $200. If you're risking $10,000, you're trying to make $20K. That's all this is. You need a good risk reward ratio. And I tell people it's good to have it at 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, something along those lines. Okay, you want to look at a trade and go, okay, is this squeeze worth the juice? If it's not, then don't do the trade, right? You don't want to be risking, let's say I'm risking here about 30 pips, 29.7. Let's say I'm risking 30 pips here. I don't want my reward to be up here because it's like, what's the point, right? You're going to always be in a losing hand or losing position. So 1 to 2 is good. Now, guess what, guys? With this rocket $1 million system, if you would have missed this position, let's say you were sleeping, you were at work, you were with family, you were busy watching your shows, whatever, right? Look over here. It would have gotten you into another entry with this short. And that's why this thing is so beautiful, right? Right here. And if we go over to, basically our rules that we just went over, I'll go over them really quickly, right? Red background, red line over green line, above the 50%, okay? 3 red bars, and then the rocket volume is just slightly over the threshold. And is it? Yes, it is. It's just slightly peeking its head above it. Now, that would have been your all systems go to short this thing, okay? Right here, okay? And then you would have shorted this and made all that. And then what was the reward? Made about 60 pips off of this play. Okay, boom, perfect. And it's really important to look at the winning trades with this rocket $1 million system. Okay, we've had a trader here go 23 for 23 winning trades in a row with this system. Okay, we've had another trader go 12 for 12 winning trades in a row. Okay, 1 loss in only 2 weeks of trading. That's amazing. I love seeing that. Another trader was able to quit his day job using this system. Okay, I love getting stories like this. I love getting testimonials like this and then just putting them up on the board for you guys to just see, the realities of this thing. So when you guys start making wins, please just share them with me. Email me, DM me, message me just about your wins so I can put this on the board, because we have a long, list of wins.